Tanya Collins. I'm the manager at Wild Rivers Animal Rescue here in Gold Beach, Oregon. We're located at 29921 Airport Way.
How many dogs and cats are housed here currently, and is that the average population here?
We currently have 14 dogs, 21 cats, and it's not an average. Our average is about 30 to 35 cats and about 20 to 24 dogs.
What is the most you've had here during the past year?
At one point we had about 50 cats and 27 dogs.
Are all the animals from Curry County? How do you get the dogs and cats?
Most of the time they come from Curry County, but we also reach out to overfilled neighboring shelters. Majority of the animals come in as strays, but we also take owner surrenders. We also have animals that are brought in by law enforcement for court holds, and what that means is animals come in due to animal bites, animal abuse, and neglect.
How many dogs are adopted every week, and what percentage of the folks who adopt the animals live here in Curry County?
It varies, but for the last month we've adopted 2 to 3 dogs per week, and we've seen a higher number during the summer, up to about 7. About 75% of adoptions are by Curry County residents.
We've heard you have a foster program. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, we look for fosters for newborn puppies and kittens that are bottle feeding, and dogs and cats who are unable to thrive in the shelter environment.
How long do the animals stay here?
All animals stay at the animal shelter until they are adopted and found their forever homes.
Is Wild Rivers Animal Rescue a no-kill facility?
We are a no-kill facility, meaning there is not a time limit on their stay. We do not euthanize for space. We do euthanize if it's medically necessary and their quality of life is poor. We always consult our veterinarian, and we do whatever we can to make their stay here very comfortable.
How many volunteers do you have working at the shelter on an average day, and what do the volunteers do?
We have about four volunteers on an average day at the shelter, and they help by spending time with the animals. They help cleaning the shelter, and they help with walking the dogs, which gets them out of their kennels so they're not so anxious throughout the day. It helps burn some energy.
Do you need more volunteers?
Yes, absolutely. We are always in need of more and new volunteers, not only to walk the dogs, but to help with fundraising and help with our thrift store, which we've just moved our thrift store to a new location just north of Coos Curry Electric. It's called Pick Up the Litter, and they are always looking for new volunteers as well, and your donations for the store.
How many dogs get walked on an average a day, and do volunteers get to pick their own dogs?
About 10 dogs on an average daily, and new dog walkers do not pick their own dogs. We pick them for them. We have a green, yellow, red system, green being the easiest dog and red being the more advanced dog walkers.
How is Wild Rivers Animal Rescue funded?
Our adoptions are a small percentage of our operating costs. The majority comes from donations, licensing your dogs in Curry County, and our thrift store, Pick of the Litter.
Tell us about adopting a dog. What should a potential dog owner know in advance?
Well, there's a process. After you find a pet that you're interested in, we will have you spend time with them and make sure it's a good fit for everyone. Then we would have you fill out an application that will then be reviewed, and upon approval, adoption will take place. Our adoption fee is $100, which includes the animal spayed, neutered, microchipped, dewormed, flea treated, and all shots up to date. At the time of adoption, you will also be required to license the dog, which is $25 if you live in Curry County. All dogs in Curry County are required to be up to date on their rabies vaccine and licensed. For an altered dog, it is $25, and for an unaltered dog, it's $42. Before adopting, you should all take into consideration that adoption is a lifelong commitment. Make sure everyone in the home is wanting to adopt a pet, and also do your research on the animal you're wanting to adopt, meaning the breed.
When did you add the cat shelter to the facility?
The cat facility where we are right now was built in 2015, and this here is Gypsy.